You mentioned obviously the group events, the corporate brochures. Anything else that you are seeing work really well in some of your client centers?
Yeah, huge right now, especially because when we start talking about generational marketing, we're always following basically the next generation and what they're doing.
Mhm.
So Gen X is starting to follow millennials. Millennials are start following Gen Z. And the biggest thing right now is that even with imagery is starting to become a little bit obsolete because of how much video is available. Video is a very, very powerful tool that is really good at storytelling.
Yes.
And the storytelling aspect is what really hooks people in by being able to see the visual, exciting movement of potentially imagining yourself in those places. I'm sure you've probably seen these, and these are really cool. We've done actually two of them for our centers. Is the drone footage? Have you
Yeah.
seen any
Yep.
of
We've
that?
done a few. Yeah. Really cool.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and so we've hired a couple of our drone people that have gone in and just done some of the fun acrobatic stuff and got to show it in an exciting way. But what it really does is it shows the vastness of a center.
Yeah.
And so it's perfect to be able to put that coupled in with group sales. So video is by far, and this is the one thing that I tell all my clients, and this makes a lot of sense. Almost nobody these days has anything below an iPhone 10 or the really good Google owns.
Pixel.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the Pixels, great. You have the ability to take 4K footage for 4K images.
Right.
And what we really tend, you can never have enough material to work off of.
Right.
And so we advise our clients to be like, I know a lot of these people don't like to have any of their staff members working on their phones or anything like that, but especially for the hungry kid that really wants to kind of find his purpose working at a FEC, we've actually gone through and just give somebody the title of in-person photographer, videographer. You're giving them something excited about that they can be passionate about, and you're collecting all these different assets that you're going to be able to use in future promotional purposes.
Right.
And we've seen it work really well. A lot of these centers, they don't have video, they don't have even decent photos,
It's true.
scheduling a good photo shoot.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing that we can see here is that if you can collect all that good footage, we're putting together video promotions now, which is a big thing.
Yep.
And those push people with on Instagram and Facebook, and even having their own YouTube channel is very important for them. So I highly advise anybody that would be listening to this or anybody that comes across any information like this to take it very serious, because it's a powerful tool if it's starting to be done correctly. They can archive it in Google Drive,
Mhm.
archive it in Dropbox, where they can easily share it with their marketing people. And the accessibility and the different ways that you can archive it, have it all in one spot is absolutely essential.
Yeah. Yeah. It's easier than ever today. I mean,
Yeah.
you can get one of your league bowlers or some niece or nephew who's okay, like an amateur photographer, and
Yeah.
they'll be able to get stuff that's really good. And I almost encourage that for a lot of people, because if you get the really high end stuff, it almost comes across too nice,
Staged.
or yeah, it's
Yeah.
too staged and it's very clearly an ad. Whereas if you
Right.
can get something that's like in the middle, I always think of like the 16-year-old girl who's really good at Instagram photos, but with video,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
really the sweet spot, especially on the social media, because it looks and feels like an organic post, not like an advertisement.
Exactly. I mean, that's basically the way that Gen Z is going right now. Gen Z does not like being told what to buy, what to
Yeah.
go after. They want to have what is considered the authentic experience. And they want to be able to discover it for themselves so that they don't feel like they're being pushed into it.
Right.
And that's following with everybody nowadays. It's a current trend. I mean, that's why TikTok is so gigantic right now. It's
Yeah.
scary, but it's gigantic.
Right.
So it's interesting to see all the different moving parts happening here, not just with what we do, but on the technology industry as a whole. And it's constantly evolving. So it's really hard for center owners to stay on top of the new tools and the new opportunities that they have to be able to be marketing
Right.
at very much less marketing dollars than they ever did 10 years ago, because a lot of these platforms are free. It just takes
Mhm.
time. And
Right.
that's what we really do, is we try to give them their time back.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. I mean, I couldn't agree with you more on the video, and even the format, like going like the TikTok style is what we call it, where you can take that repository of video and just put together 2-3 second clips, throw some music over it, and you can tell like a pretty good story in 5 to 10 seconds.
Exactly. Yeah, it does not have to be long, especially when you compartmentalize things. If you're over there playing video games, I'm not going to sit back and watch a video that's a minute and a half long that's just all about arcade. A quick
Yeah.
blip is all you really need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I always ask people if they've heard of or seen the movie Inception, because it's basically like that. You're just trying to plant that little seed of desire. Oh, that looks fun. Let's go try that this weekend. That's
right,
it. That's all you're
right,
trying to do.
right. And they do it well one time. You're
Mhm.
going to be like, all right, that was easy. And they're going to keep doing it. And
Yeah.
The biggest thing that we can see from a technical standpoint is that from SEO, from everything that we do with website stuff, is that you have to have fresh content. You can't just have the same old stuff and expect to get the same results from
Yeah.
it each time. Content is key. And that's really key for actually, like we were talking, search engine optimization, being able to have people have relevant and fresh content that is keyword rich, that you're utilizing from like Google Map Packs, being able to do fun near me, family fun near me, food, bowling near me. Those are the things that obviously within the vicinities of each one of these centers, they have to have their Google My Business and
Yeah.
the Google Map Pack optimized to be able to start ranking at a local level.
Yeah. Couldn't agree more. I would almost make an argument that the Google My Business profile is as important, if not slightly more because
important.
of the visibility you'll get. Sure, you can't share as much information, but the visibility, you're going to get more on that.
Right. That's the first place that people go. They do a Google search and you got to pop up on Google My Business to be able to start ranking. Not only that, but that's the first place people start leaving reviews.
Right.
And reviews is as important as even your general content, because that's what people are looking at. And so if you have poor reviews and you're not following up on your reviews, that's probably damaging you more than you not putting any ad dollars into your marketing or anything like that. So
Right.
having those centers pay attention to this and having somebody that can respond to these messages, just being like, Jimmy had a really great birthday party at such and such fun center. Their staff was great. It's that center's job to go back in and just be like, we're so happy you had a good time, showing that they're responding to these people and they're actively trying to give them a good experience.
Right. Yeah. Showing that they really care.
Yep. So
Go ahead.
It's the only other thing that I think that we should definitely mention here is that we're seeing kind of the evolution of the different attractions as well.
Okay.
Obviously, having virtual reality really has started to saturate the FEC industry.
Yeah.
But the thing I love the most is bowling's not going anywhere. And every Friday, that every so often, my friends and I will go to the bowling alley. We're waiting probably an hour and a half still to get a lane.
Right.
So the idea about modernizing and being able to do this is definitely essential to diversify your attractions that you have. But still focusing on being able to provide a good bowling experience is vital for these alleys to be able to progress in the future as well. So I'm really excited to see what the next couple of years of the way that bowling's going to evolve as well. So
yeah, I would agree. I think the term, I've been hearing this term more and more, is called the bowling anchored FEC. Bowling is kind of the anchor, the main attraction, but then they might have laser tag or an escape room or even just food in a bar and all those things attached to it.
Hey, did you like this video? Great. We make 10 of them a week. Subscribe to learn more and keep learning about what's working in the industry. Talk to you then.